Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I want to talk about Legion Remix, and now that we know all the different rewards that will be available during this event, I want to explain how much bronze in total you will need to collect in order to be able to purchase all the new rewards and everything you will be able to get during this event. So here, I think for those of you who are not really familiar, it's maybe important to first explain a little bit what is the bronze currency. Basically, during this event, and it was similar with Mr. Pana Remix, you will be able to connect bronze, and this is the main currency that you will be able to use in order to buy all the new rewards and also all the old ones from the Legion expansion from all the different vendors that will be available during the event. So here, as you can see, for instance, for the mounts, you will have all the existing ones from the different raids, from dungeons, from world drops, and you will also have all the new exclusive mounts that will be added into the game through Legion Remix. So bronze is essentially something that will be very important if you are after all the different rewards. And similar to Mr. Pana Remix, you will need quite a lot if you want to get your hands on everything available during the event. Now, just before I start going into how much bronze in total you will need, I think it's important to highlight that some of the coolest rewards won't be things you will need to buy with your bronze, but rather you will automatically get these different rewards as soon as you complete different type of achievements. So here, for instance, for all these different transmog sets, you will need to complete the following achievements right here. If you want this type of new pets, these different illusions for your weapons, or even other type of cosmetics such as the different Fallen Kings ones and also the Queen Ashara ensemble, all of them will come from achievements, and so it means that you won't need to use your bronze in order to get all of them, which I think is a good thing because all of them are probably the most exciting rewards that you will be able to go after during the event, and you won't have to get them through the bronze. But now let's talk about all the other rewards, which again is the majority of the rewards you will be able to get through Legion Remix and how much in total you will need. So first, as you can see, we have these different extra rare Legion transmogs. So here you have the first tier folders, you have Taishala and also the Sight of the Unmaker. Here, I think it's important to note that Taishala and also the Sight of the Unmaker will actually offer you a very interesting thing, and it's the fact that you will be able to get a version of the two-handed sword and also a version normally of the one-handed sword. And for the Sight of the Unmaker, here you will be able to get both the polearm and also the staff version, which is new and something that normally you were not able to get back in the live version of the game. And so it means that even if you already have these items, you will need to probably buy them from the vendor if you also want to collect the staff version or the one-handed sword version for Tael Shalash. Then after that, we have all the different Order All mounts, which are basically the same mounts from the class Order Alls, but they are the Fel version of the different mounts. And here you will automatically get one for free as soon as you reach level 80 with one of your time runners. And then if you just want to play this character and you don't want to level up over of the different classes, you will be able to buy all the other mounts from a vendor. So this is something that will be pretty easy as well. Now we have all the different mounts. So here, as you can see, we have quite a lot of the new mounts. We also have a lot of the different mounts that are already existing in the game, such as here the different golden mounts, the new midnight mounts. And so these are really all the different mounts you will be able to purchase during this event. Then we have all the different pets and also the toys. So here it's mainly the new pets that will be really specific to Remix, and then all the different toys are things that basically you were able to get before that. Then after that, we also have, for instance, here all these different exclusive ensembles. So again, I think this is, pretty nice. So these ones are either recorders or new ensembles that are added through Legion Remix. And then you have all the different open world questing ensembles, the dungeon ones, and then the LFR, normal, heroic, and mythic raid ensembles. After that, you also have the lost and found apparel, which are just some of these random, a little bit like transmog sets that normally are available through other ways, such as the Island Expedition from BFA and other sources. Then you also have the discount cloak and symbols, and these are the final things that you will be able to buy with your bronze. And so here, as you can see again, this will just allow you to get more cloak. So if you are, let's say, someone who never played Legion and who wants to get their hands on everything, or if, for instance, you want to buy the different ensembles that will allow you to then use all these different raid ensembles on any of your characters that can use the same category of armor, then in total, and this is something that someone calculated, you will need 8,532,000 bronze if you want to, again, buy everything that is available from the different vendors. So I'm sure that most of you at least have some of these different items, so probably you won't need to actually collect 8 million of the bronze currency. But if really you never played Legion and it's your first time ever setting foot in this zone, then you will need, if you want, of course, to buy everything, to collect 8 million bronze. So it's definitely a lot, but normally like you will be able to farm a lot of bronze, especially by doing all the Mythic Plus, raiding, heroic, outdoor activities and all these type of things. But it's still quite a lot, so of course, hopefully, I'm hoping for you that you will already have some of these different items from the original Legion and that you won't have to get everything through Legion Remix. But if you are only interested in the new items, so here for instance it includes the one-handed sword of Taishala and also the staff version of the Sight of the Unmaker, all the new Order All Fell mounts, also all the new exclusive mounts to Legion Remix. So for instance you have all these ones right here, you also have these different ones here, and also all these different ones here. And then also the 3 different pets, for instance. And you have, I think, a few more things, such as all the different exclusive ensembles right here. And then I believe maybe one of the only other thing that you might need to also buy is this shaman set right here, because there is a Fellfire and Ice version. So if you want to collect all these new things, you will need in total 910,000 in order to get all of these new exclusive rewards, which is honestly pretty easy to do. So again, it means that if you already have most of the other items that are available right now in the live version of the game, or if you prefer to simply farm these outside of Legion Remix, then you will need less than 1 million in order to get your hands on everything else. But of course, I can imagine that you will probably add a little bit more in order to get some of the rare mounts, such as the Shackled of Urzul, the different raid mounts, some of the rare drops and over transmogs. So hopefully, you won't need too much, but it might be a little bit more. But if you're really only going after the new rewards, most of them will be available through the different achievements. And then you need 910,000 of the bronze currency in order to get your hands on everything else. So if you compare to Mist of Pandaria Remix, it's quite a lot, because in Mist of Pandaria Remix, if you wanted to also buy everything, and this includes all the old items, the raid ensembles and everything, you would have needed 1,613,000 bronze. And of course, next to that, you also needed around 577,000 bronze in order to upgrade your gear, something that is not happening anymore in Legion Remix. But so in total, you needed 2,200,000 bronze, when here you need 8 million. So it's quite a lot, and definitely it's also because Blizzard is making sure that you can earn bronze a little bit faster and a bit easier in Legion Remix, but it's definitely a lot more compared to what we had back in Mist of Pandaria Remix. So anyway, I'll probably try to make a guide at some point explaining what is the best way for you to farm this bronze currency in Legion Remix, but probably is going to be by simply doing all the daily and weekly activities. You are probably some of the different quests, doing all the different raids, and especially also through Mythic Plus. So we'll have to wait a little bit to see what exactly in the live version of the game is the most efficient way. But hopefully it won't take you too long to get everything you need. And the last thing that I want to remind you is that anyway, you won't be able to just go through it and farm everything in 1 week, because a lot of these different rewards will be locked behind some content release. And so here, for instance, as you can see, if you want these different mounts right here, you will need to wait for the final phase in order to then be able to buy them from the vendors. So just something for you to remember. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you think about all of that. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos. And in the meantime, I wish you all a great day. Bye!